From Plum Gym on the campus of the University of Hawaii, Manoa, Fox 13 presents NCAA men's volleyball. Tonight, it's the series opener between the Rainbow men and the Tritons of UC San Diego. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to volleyball on Fox 13. I'm Jim Leahy, along with Chris McLaughlin. And tonight, Chris, the final two games of the season, this being the opener of this two-game series with UC San Diego, the Rainbows are going to have a team that will finish as winners this year, but for all intents and purposes, they're not going anywhere. It's got to be a very frustrating kind of statistic for this ball club.
It really is, Jim. The Rainbows got off to such a great start, and they've struggled in mid-season, and now they're faced with the task of playing the last two games with no chance of going to the playoffs unless lowly Pacific can upset San Diego State tomorrow night. But the Bows have got to be happy with the way most of the season is gone. They do have a winning record, and I know they're going to try to finish on a happy note tonight.
For the seniors, this is their final two games at Plum, so they are meaningful. When we come back, we'll introduce you to the players. Hawaii against the University of California, San Diego.
University of California, San Diego. Number one, they have to serve tough. Rod Wild was telling me they've got to serve BBs in order to keep UH on their heels. And secondly, they've got to be blocking in rhythm. If they can get it going on the block, they can take UH out of their offense. They'll have a chance in tonight's match. And for the University of Hawaii, Mike Wilton says they've got to pass the ball well. He's trying Larson Villiamo tonight in the passing position, and he's got to pass well in order for the Bows to be successful. They've also got to have 100% home effort. Mike Wilton said they made a pact together that every home game they would protect Plum Gym and its advantage. So he's looking for a good effort tonight. And finally, they want to have a nice aloha to the seniors as a key to the match. Mike Wilton really wants to give them a good send-off.
Time to meet the players for tonight's match between Hawaii and UC San Diego. Let's go to PA announcer Ken Kendall.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Otto Klum Gymnasium and the campus of the University of Hawaii at Manoa for Mountain Pacific Sports Federation men's volleyball. Tonight's match features the Tritons of the University of California, San Diego, and the University of Hawaii Rainbows. And now, here are tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Tritons from UC San Diego. A 6-foot sophomore from Honolulu, number 3, Mitchell Yap. A 6-foot freshman from Simi Valley, California, number 4, Travis Ferguson. A 6-foot freshman from Manhattan Beach, California, number 6, Neil O'Brien. A 6'2" junior from Santa Barbara, California, number 8, Steve Kremser. A 6'5" freshman from South Pasadena, California, number 15, Matt Minahan. And the captain, a 6'6" sophomore from San Diego, California, number 7, Tyson Kerr. The head coach for UC San Diego is Rod Wild. And now, introducing the starters for the University of Hawaii Rainbows. A 6'5" senior from Sydney, Australia, number 3, Craig Vale. A 6'6" senior from Huntington Beach, California, number 5, Mark Presho. A 6'3" senior from Makakilo, Hawaii, number 8, Larson Villiamo. A 6'3" senior from Honolulu, number 10, Brad Stewart. A 6'4" sophomore from Los Angeles, California, number 14, Jason Olive. And the captain this evening, a 6'1" junior from Pearl City, Hawaii, number 1, Victor Talamoa. The head coach for the Rainbows is Mike Wilton.
Okay, that'll do it for the lineups. We'll be right back for the start of the match right after this.
For University of California, San Diego, they'll have Ferguson at center. Opposite him, Kremser. He's their big gun. And the outside hitters will have Yap and O'Brien. They'll be passing most of the balls as well. And in the middle, Kerr and Minahan, a converted basketball player. And for the University of Hawaii, Victor Talamoa will start at back right. The center opposite him will be Mark Presho, the big All-American candidate. Middle blocking tonight, Craig Vale, front middle, and Jason Olive, back middle. Outside hitting, Brad Stewart and Larson Villiamo. Your Crystal Light starting lineups.
Rainbows 8 and 9 in MIPSIF, the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation. And they are 16 and 10 overall. UC San Diego 1 and 14 in the conference. They are 2 and 21 overall. And UC San Diego will serve. It will be Travis Ferguson, the setter from Simi Valley, California. And he is a freshman. Jump serve to start it off. Talamoa goes to Presho. That goes off a Yap. They keep it alive. Rainbows now with the advantage. Talamoa, quick set, Vale.
Rainbows looking sharp in transition right away, going to the big guy, Vale. And if the Rainbows have an advantage, it's in size. University of California, San Diego, not real big.
Brad Stewart serving just over the net down the line. Ferguson goes to Kremser, and a net violation. That'll be side out for UC San Diego. Officials, Ralph Smith up on the pedestal in this match, and Randy Shaw on the floor. Serving will be O'Brien. Neil O'Brien, he's a freshman from Manhattan Beach, California. Just a floater, little lollipop serve. Talamoa to Villiamo, that's in. Villiamo with a real shotgun blast.
Already we've seen two good serves out of the Tritons. Nice little short serve that time by O'Brien, and a jump serve to start things off by Ferguson.
Bale serving. Ferguson getting the ball over. No, he didn't get it over. Yap into the net. Bad hit. That's a point for the Rainbows here in game number 1. The Bows on their home floor, they are very much favored in this match against California San Diego. Yap goes back. This is Kerr. That's deep. Rainbows now with the advantage. Talamoa short set. Presho, that's in. 2-0 Hawaii, game number 1. Glad you're with us wherever you may be throughout the magnificent Hawaiian Islands. Hope this telecast finds you well tonight on Fox 1-3. Dale into the net. That mini run stops. And Matt Minahan, another freshman at 6'5", from South Pasadena, California, now serving for UC San Diego. Talamoa double hit. That's a kind of a lift, and that will be a point for UC San Diego.
We'll give credit to Minahan for a good serve there, Jim. Forced the bad Hawaii pass, and Talamoa's mishandled ball. Minahan right off the UCSD basketball team.
Kerr went up against Olive and roofed him, rejected him.
Kerr at 6'6", the only really big legitimate middle blocker. Look at him pike over the net, reach down, and gives Olive the old roof job.
And we are tied at 2. Talamoa backs at Presho. Right there is Ferguson, and right there is McLaughlin. Good one-hand hit by McLaughlin from the announce crew. Got the ball back to the center of the court. However, it is side up.
Oh, if we only had that on replay. Presho with a soft jump serve. Yap with a nice, perfect pass to the spot.
Kremser.
He's their horse. Kremser's the one that hits most of the balls. He plays opposite the setter.
We are tied at 2 in game 1. Kremser now will serve. Steve Kremser, 6'2" junior from Santa Barbara, California. Serves it long, side out Rainbow men. Rainbows, remember, 8 and 9 in the conference. They probably will not go to the playoffs, but they are 16 and 10 on the year, and they are ranked 10th in the country. Big hit by Kerr at 6'6". Rainbows didn't get up that time on defense.
That time, the Tritons had a chance at a good pass. Nice set from Ferguson. Kerr just buried it. Kerr's really fired up right now.
Yap. That's an ace.
Mitchell
An ace for Mitchell Yap, a sophomore from Honolulu. He went to Punahou. Didn't even have to change team color.
He's still wearing the buff and blue. He was a great server in high school, and he's an excellent passer.
Bad hit by Villiamo. Talamoa tries to serve to Presho. Great pancake dig by Kremser. Kerr just over the net, and that's in. Rainbows expected something much more powerful from Kerr. And it is now 4-2 UCSD. And California San Diego comes in here, remember, as the distinctive underdog, a team that has really struggled this year. They are 2-21. Brad Stewart answers back. He answers back with a line drive. Side out, Rainbow men.
What a career Brad Stewart's had at the University of Hawaii. The converted basketball player goes up and shows his wares there as a spiker. Jason Olive, meantime, serving into the net there. But over the next 2 nights, I hope we'll be honoring those seniors who've given so much to this UH men's volleyball program.
Tyson Kerr at 6'6". Little lollipop serve. Talamoa, quick hit to Bale. That's in, side out. Hawaii, I have never figured out that little float serve. I mean, that just seems to play into the hands of the other team. And all you're counting on is a mishit. I mean, it just seems to be too easy. Rainbows with a little lollipop of their own. Pressure goes cross court to Stewart. Little touch. Great pancake dig, but not enough on it. Kerr on the floor, got it to the back of his hand, but the ball didn't pop up enough. And it is 3 serving 4. Talamoa, Victor Talamoa from Pearl City, serving for the Rainbow men here in game number 1.
Good versatility by Stewart. Remember, he hit a rocket right before that, so he had the defense sitting back on their heels, then comes up with a change-up dink, got the kill.
Talamoa down the line. O'Brien goes to Ferguson. Back set. Kremser coming in. Klein from the 10-foot line, but the Rainbows were waiting for him. Good double block that time. And let's see. That's a side out for San Diego. I thought the Rainbows played that very well.
Rainbows blocked it just out of bounds.
And we go back to the Rainbow men.
Travis Ferguson, a very competitive player. Young man out of Simi Valley, one of the Fab 50 finds for Coach Rod Wild. First team All-American.
That's something in life to really go through and tell your grandchildren, you know, I was one of the Fab 50 finds at one time when I was young. Side out UCSD. Serving will be O'Brien. O'Brien with that little lollipop. Watch this. Rainbows with the touch. Net violation. Well, maybe, okay, that worked. It worked.
Jim, you know, you keep talking about this lollipop serve over the net. What happens is the Rainbows are then forced to notice Presho's got no approach. He's only got 1-step approach there. He can't take a big run up. So part of the strategy is to have the passers have to move up close to the net to pass the ball. Let's see if they do it. They do it again. They force Presho to move up and take that ball.
Gilgamu, that's off the block. Side out. That usually is the ending that I tend to see for lollipop serves, just that hit and then the side out or the quick point.
Well,
3 serving 5.
Well, there's no doubt, Jim, that the jump serve has been the biggest revolutionary thing in men's college volleyball.
Kremser, good save by Talamoa, gets it back to the middle. Giliamo across. O'Brien, Ferguson, Kerr from the 10-foot line. That goes off of Stewart. That side out for California San Diego.
A little bit of enthusiasm working now on the San Diego side of the net.
And remember, this UCSD, we must point out, no scholarships. None. They play the game because they love to play. Jason Olive. That's a good helicopter shot by Jason Olive. Gets up there, stays up there, and then pounds it home. Here's Mark Presho. Presho with that very nice jump serve. That may have been a miss hit by Jason Olive. Scrambling now, UCSD. Yap gets it across and in. That was a very tough shot by Yap. He was out of bounds when he hit it. And then it went on a tough angle and then died right before the red line.
Rainbows thought that ball was definitely going out, and it found the court.
If you have one of those high-definition televisions at home, we are playing with the red lines. Nice touch by Presho. Klum has a lot of lines.
And what if you have a black and white TV, Mr. Leahy? Then what?
Then we're playing with the lines. I don't know. I really don't know. Presho tried the save after that very quick shot. It floats out of bounds. It is still 5 for San Diego, California San Diego, and it is 3 for the Rainbows of Hawaii. Serving is Yap. Excellent serve. Talamoa goes cross court for Stewart. That's off the block into the crowd. Side out Hawaii. A player from each team will be honored at the end of tonight's match for going beyond the call. GTE Hawaiian Tel will make a contribution for scholarships to the University of Hawaii, Manoa. Ferguson, that's Kerr. Filiamo in the back to Talamoa to Prescio. That's blocked. Pancake dig by Prescio, saved by Vale. Filiamo gets it across. Ferguson back sets. Kremser, that's long. That's a point for the Rainbow Men.
You see in the middle of the rally, Prescio reaching out, putting his hand right under the ball there. They call that the pancake dig. That's putting the old spatula underneath the ball.
Ferguson tried that quick dink, but waiting for him was Brad Stewart. We're tied at 5. O'Brien. Prescio with a fine save in the back row. Prescio from the 10-foot line. That goes off of Kremser. Minahan. Ferguson gets it across. Talamoa down the middle. Little touch by Olive. And a miss hit by Kerr. Timeout has been called by Rod Wild of UC San Diego. And we'll be back at Clum right after these very important, well-produced matches. Record, Hawaii leads 6-0. The last meeting in 1989, it was 2 out of 3, I would suppose, 15-8, 15-5.
And guess who was coaching for UCSD at that point? A great volleyball name.
Lou Holtz.
Wrong. Volleyball breath.
Digger Graybill.
Yes. What a great volleyball name.
That is. Kerr put it into the net. That's another point for the Rainbow Men here in game 1. They lead 7-5, and Jason Olive will back up.
Tritons with good strategy there coming out of the timeout. Go right away to Kerr, their big hitter, 6'6" in the middle. If he can't get it over the net, Yap with a good pass. They try to go to Kremser in the back row, and he puts it down. How about that? Here we see Ferguson setting to the back row. Kremser with a good jump, just buries it.
Kerr serving for UC San Diego. Talamoa to Stewart. Good save at the net by Ferguson. He goes to O'Brien. O'Brien able to power that ball through the double block of Vale and Talamoa.
O'Brien, a product of the Miracosta High School program, where a lot of great players have gone. Plays on the beach a lot. Got a good cross-court hit there.
And they patty cake at the net. And let's say that they say that's a point for UCSD. Ralph Smith pointed side out Hawaii, then changed and said, no, 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 that's a point, California, San Diego.
Here we see the touch of the block by O'Brien. The ball just catching the line. Point, Tritons.
And we are tied at 7. Kerr serving for UC San Diego. Talamoa short set. Boy, what a pump. What a pump by Vale after that very short set by Talamoa. Rainbow's getting used to that lollipop serve. So Victor Talamoa from Pearl City just hit the tape side out for UCSD. Must be a great night when UCSD plays UCSB. Both, you know, both buff and blue.
That's right.
Vale again. Vale from Australia. Wearing that knee brace, saying that he will have to have surgery following this season, which means, for all intents and purposes, following tomorrow night's game. Ferguson from his knees. And Kremser there. Kremser thanking Ferguson for that perfect set. Side out UCSD. Serving will be O'Brien. Still in game 1. We are tied at 7. Little slow motion serve that time by O'Brien. Filiamo. Is he chewing it? Is he chewing the gum? Oh, yes.
Larson, the local product out of Hawaii Baptist Academy, drills the cross-court angle there. What power he has.
Ferguson goes cross-court. Yap. And Yap is root. Prescio along with Jason Olive. And the Rainbow Men now lead 8-7 here in game number 1. I'll tell you one thing about Clum, now that we're getting into the hot days of pre-summer. They have really done wonders with the air conditioning in here. I mean, the sauna-like conditions are almost perfect. Bale from the back row. Hawaii scrambles. Viliamo, that's long. Side out. UC San Diego. UC San Diego, located in La Jolla, California, which is just about north of the city of San Diego. Rainbows didn't hit that at all. It still got over the net. Almost a train ball. That's a point for UCSD as they scramble, and we're tied at 8.
Very alert play that time by Tyson Kerr, their big 6'6" middle blocker. He's only a sophomore. This team very young, Jim.
Minahan serving. Talamoa setting. Viliamo, that'll be returned. Ferguson, bad hit into the net. Bad pass, too, by Minahan.
This team starts a junior, 3 freshmen, and 2 sophomores. No seniors on the squad at all, as we take a look at Mike Wilton, who in my opinion has had a very successful year this year.
Pressure with the jump serve. O'Brien is there, back set by Ferguson. Kremser saved by Stewart. O'Brien, Ferguson, back set again. Kremser, back row again, Stewart. Ferguson, and that ball is blocked and roofed by Jason Olive. That's a point for the Bow.
Excellent rally this time here. The play ends with Olive reaching out with his left hand and putting the ball down. Great rally by both sides. Good
Boy,
digging.
what a jump serve by Prescio. And that time, going wide was Yap. Yap tried the same tough angle he had. And now they say went off the block. He succeeded again. And so Kremser now will serve for California San Diego. And this, remember, a team that has been able to win only 2 games all season long. They're playing the Rainbow Men tough. Viliamo.
What happened that time is San Diego got mixed up in their blocking assignments, and somebody forgot to go out to the left. And you see Tyson Kerr going to the right instead. He should have gone left, and the Bows have a field day.
9-8. Rainbows. Kremser from the 10-foot line. That's wide. That's a point for the Bows. It is 10-8. Here in game number 1. The program starting to fan the crowd here. Viliamo serving. Yap to Ferguson. Kerr, that will be into the crowd off of Viliamo. So that side out for UC San Diego. Serving now is Mitchell Yap. Playing in his hometown of Honolulu, Hawaii. Serving, Viliamo bumps it to Talamoa. Stewart.
Jim, what happened there was a result of Rod Wild's keys to the game not working. He told his players to serve tough. That was not a tough serve. Hawaii had an easy pass and an easy play.
Ferguson short set for Kerr, and that goes off of Jason Olive.
Kerr averages, Jim, about 3 kills a game. He's got 8 already here in game number 1. That's a career for him.
You know, he likes to play in sauna-like conditions. It's that simple.
Remember, this is a team with no scholarships versus Hawaii's 4.5.
That's almost a team with no scholarships, the way things are in men's volleyball.
They've got a part-time coach versus a full-time coach.
Bale mishits that. That's long. That's a point for UC San Diego. It is now 9 serving 10 here in game number 1. Kerr serving. Stewart. Talamoa back to Stewart.
Brad Stewart with an excellent pass. He had to go way back. See how far back he is in the court. He comes all the way from about the 20-foot line, gets all the way up to the net. Skies goes under the net, but it was after the ball had already hit the ground.
20-foot line? Is there a 20-foot line, Chris?
I just made one up. That's about how far back he was.
I think maybe there's there could be a 23-foot line, but that's in black here. Talamoa just over the tape. Ferguson to Kremser from the 10-foot line. That will be returned. Stewart gets it across. Advantage now. UC San Diego. Rainbows hit it. Advantage again for the team in blue. Kerr, back row. Good save by Viliamo. Talamoa goes cross court. Stewart, little touch. That's it. No, pancake dig. Pancake dig keeps it alive. Yap gets it across. An amazing play. Prescio. That's returned by Yap. And Vale puts it into the net. What a rally. That ball was in, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, The spatula saves it for UCSD.
It sure did. Here we see it right here. I thought it hit the ground, and it might have hit the ground there as we saw in the replay, but play kept going. Yap got 2 great digs to spark the Tritons, and here they are at 9-10.
Jump serve by Ferguson. Olive from the 10-foot line off the tape and in. Side out. 10-9, Rainbow men. UC San Diego, the decided underdogs here. They've really given Hawaii quite a game. Serving in the back row now is Stewart. Yap bumps it to Ferguson. Ferguson goes to Kremser. That goes off of Vail. And that will be side out for UCSD. So O'Brien, watch this slow motion serve by O'Brien. This just makes it. Talamoa to Presho hammers it home. Side out Rainbow men. Sunday night, remember, we'll have another edition of the Mike Wilton Show. We'll talk about men's volleyball. Talk about this team probably from next year. Minahan. Not aesthetically pleasing, but no doubt just as effective.
Rod Wild calls him the most improved player on the team since he just joined the team following basketball season, where he was a power forward for the Tritons.
Bad set that time by Talamoa, floats over Presho, and we are tied at 10. That's a mistake by the Rainbow.
Oh, how the Tritons would love to upset the Bows. Rod Wild said before the season started they knew they wouldn't win a lot of games, but they wanted at least 2 wins over Division I opponents. They got 1 against Irvine last week. They'd love another one against Hawaii.
Ferguson backs at Kremser. That'll be returned by the Rainbow men. Talamoa goes to Viliamu. That's off the block into the crowd. Side out for the Rainbows, and Presho now will serve. We'll see his patented jump serve here, I believe. This could be the best jump serve in the country. One of the best. That will be returned, however. And Yap gets it through the block of Talamoa. And also there was Olive.
Mitchell Yap picking up his 3rd kill there. Converted middle blocker from high school to playing outside in college.
Olive keeps it alive. Talamoa setting Viliamu. Viliamu, that's in. Got that ball down in front of Kremser. Still tied at 10. And Larson Viliamu now will serve for Hawaii.
And he's having himself a night, Jim. 7 kills, only 1 error. He's hitting .667 so far.
They battle at the net. Rainbow men keep it alive. Ferguson hammers it, but wide. That's a point for Hawaii. 11-10 here in game number 1.
Ill-advised spike that time by Ferguson. A little bit off the net, but setters love to do that. If they get a chance to spike at all, they go for it.
Kremser, bad hit by Kremser. Advantage now to Hawaii. Olive. That's off the block and out. That's a point. It is 12-10. Rod Wild off the bench looking to possibly call a timeout. And he will. Timeout for UC San Diego. 12 for Hawaii, 10 for UCSD. We shall...
Mike Wilton, whose daughter Jenny plays for the Wahine team. And who I think has done a marvelous job in reconstructing this Bow team, and took them to new heights in the preseason. And early on, they started off well and then ran into some tough road trips, Jim.
Sauna is so intense tonight, I expect to see members of the Roman Senate come in here at any time. Ferguson backsets Yap. Oh, excellent.